Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Homage to Triple Gem, homage to Bada Bante ji, and I pay homage to our Guru Bante ji, and present here Panyaloka Bante and all other Bhikkhu Sangha. Metta to all Samaneras and Anagarikas, nuns and all Upasaka and Upasikas. First of all, I would like to thank the Bhikkhu Sangha here for giving me this opportunity to give Dhamma Discourse again. So today I would like to tell about Tanha and how Tanha causes Upādāna. So in this life, in some point of our life, we are in instant moment of craving, like I want this, I want that, I want car, I want food. This craving comes instantly and means it is every time it is attached to us. So today we will discuss about this craving. So first let us understand what is Tanha. So Tanha is a craving, a thirst, which we feel that by getting this or that we will get happiness, we will get satisfaction, or we will able to enjoy a peaceful life. So that is a craving. So craving is also classified into three things. So that will be explained in few minutes. So first let us again understand the craving. So most of the cravings which it comes, it is because of the small happiness and very limited happiness we get from some sort of things, like for example food. Sometimes we are instantly very hungry and we want food, and we make effort to eat food, for craving for food, tasty food, very delicious food. But after eating food, then we realize there is nothing but the need of satisfaction. So while eating, we may feel very enjoyable, very much happy to eat, but that is a craving that we are satisfying it. So that small happiness, the small satisfaction we get is craving. So here the thing is, whatever thing we get like a small satisfaction, we crave more for it. Suppose the same eating of food, if it was very long, like 1 hour you get happiness in eating food, 2 hours in getting happiness in eating food, then I don't think people will crave for it, because that happiness, the satisfaction is very long. So the thing where we get happiness in a very limited time or limited part, then we crave more for it. But if the craving is if the satisfaction is quite long, then people will not crave much for it. So that is why and craving also comes when not for just pleasurable things, it also comes from unpleasurable things. Like suppose in the meditation, you are sitting for a very long time and you are getting pain in the legs or any part of the body. Then to get rid of that pain, you move or you do any sort of things that lead to that to get rid of that uneasiness or pain. So that moment of getting rid, we also crave for that. So anything we are doing, most of the time it is out of craving. So that's why the Buddha explained there are three kinds of cravings, Tanha. The number one is the Kama Tanha, craving for sense desire. Craving for sense desire means we have five senses, and also another we call it the Dhamma Tanha, Dhamma. So the five senses are like eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. So we crave for pleasurable feelings. We crave for pleasurable sights like beautiful objects, beautiful things, and we also crave for tasty foods, pleasurable, which gives us pleasure to tongue, and we also crave for hearing good noise, good voices like songs, some well-known songs, and also whatever we crave, it is craving to ear. And also we crave for the touch, like sense, physical touch, and also these are the five sense craving which we crave through the Kama Tanha. So next, this Tanha also, this physical Tanha or Kama Tanha also leads to the craving for many objects and many things. It also leads to war. Suppose some country is out of some resources, they will find some other country which has more resource. They will be very greed for that, and they will go to that country. They will do war in some names and also, but that thing is craving. So in the Mijagala Sutta, the Buddha explained, like if there is someone who lives in the forest alone, but he has craving, then he is not alone, because he is with his craving. If he is with his craving, then how is alone? So that's why the Buddha said, if a person who lives in the city among people, among all other beings, but if he has no craving, then he is considered as alone, because he has already eradicated the craving. Because the people near us are, they may be there or they may not be there, but if the craving is there with you, then you are not alone. You are with someone who is more dangerous and who will lead you to rebirth again and again in this life. So that's why the Buddha said the Kama Tanha is very attached to some things which leads to more and more craving, and that more and more craving will lead to rebirth again and again in this samsara. So the next craving is the Bhava Tanha. Bhava Tanha here means the craving for something in this life as well as for future life. So this may, in this life means, sometimes people ask someone, oh, what will you do in this life? He will say, one day I will become a doctor, or one day I will become an engineer. So that itself, it becomes craving, because to become a doctor, to become an engineer, you need lots of effort and lots of sacrifice, anything. But in some point there is a craving which makes us do that thing. Because if we are not craving something which we are not, which we want to do, then we won't succeed it. No. So that's why whatever we do to obtain in this life is also a craving. And also some people will say, okay, in this life I may not become a doctor or engineer, but in next life I will become a doctor or engineer. But craving for next life itself also is a craving, because what they don't know is the three universal characteristics of everything, that is the anicca, dukkha and anatta. So whatever there is there, it is impermanent. So there is nothing called permanent. So if he wish for the next life that he will become doctor or engineer, then he doesn't know that the world is impermanent. So he thinks it is permanent, that's why he thinks of next life. So this is the Bhava Tanha that the Buddha taught. And the next one is the Vibhava Tanha, the craving for non-existence. Non-existence means, suppose a person is suffering from a very physical suffering or mental suffering like stress, anxiety, depression, and also very form of suffering that he is not able to live a proper life. So in that point, what the person will do is he will think of ending his life. So we term that as suicide. So that suicide is related to that vibhava tanha, because he doesn't want to live this life because he is suffering. Because he thinks, if I do suicide means I will get a new life. In that life I will get very pleasurable things, everything I want, like that. But that itself is a craving for non-existence, and craving with annihilation view, that is the vibhava tanha, is also another form of tanha. So the people who have this nihilistic view, they are called nihilism. They are very materialistic, no? They means they will do whatever they want to enjoy this life, because they think like, even if I do bad things, there will be no rebirth, there will be nothing, no consequences. So he will be enjoying his life with his full everything, craving, doing whatever he wants, because firstly he doesn't believe in next life, and second is he doesn't want to do wholesome deeds, because he has no mind for it to do wholesome deeds. Because for him, if he does bad karma or good karma, he thinks that he will not bear any consequences. That's why he will be doing all the sorts of bad things, and to obtain all the sort of pleasurable things. So that's why the Buddha explained that these are the three kinds of tanha, craving, that we have. Means we have this one way or another, and everyone have, because until and unless we attain nibbana, the complete eradication of craving, then we have still the craving. So the Buddha said, as I told that I will explain about how tanha causes upādāna, because to understand upādāna, just understanding the tanha is enough, because without tanha there will be no upādāna. Why? Because of tanha the upādāna arises. Why it is? Because tanha is something which we want, which we like. Like suppose a person say, I like this mobile. So when he says that I like this mobile, then it is tanha, craving. But when he says I can't live with this mobile, I can't live with this some sort of things, then it is upādāna. So there are some people, they say, do what you love for it. But I don't think that is the right way. He thinks that fighting for what he loves is like a heroic thing, but actually it is a very big zero, no? Because he doesn't know it is a impermanent thing. Because if he is fighting for that, it means he is suffering, but he doesn't know that he is suffering. So the Buddha said that everything we crave, that is the cause of suffering. So that's why there is a small story behind how the tanha becomes into upādāna. So I would like to illustrate a small story. So once upon a time there was a monkey. Suddenly one day he saw one coconut that was fallen nearby him. So he picked that coconut and then he shook the coconut, and then he heard some voice, like watery voice. As he never tasted that coconut juice, water, he thought of drinking for it, and he got crave for it. So what he did is he tried, because he doesn't know how to break it, as he had not seen it before. So he tried to throw it here and there in the rock, in the tree and all, but it was not breaking. But he was keep on trying hard, because he has craving for it. He wants to enjoy that coconut juice. So he was trying very hard. Then suddenly a wise old monkey came and said, "Hey, what are you doing there?" Then the monkey said, "I want to drink this juice, so I am trying to break it open." So the wise monkey said, "Better leave that coconut, and nearby there is lots of water. You can drink that and satisfy your need." But what he said is, "No, I want to drink this coconut because I want to taste it." So he kept on trying that to break the coconut, and in some moment of time the coconut, it became open, and then he drank. Then while he was drinking, he thought, "Oh, this coconut juice is very little. Why did I put so much effort for it?" So here we can understand that when we crave for something, we don't know that we are craving what happiness will it give, what thing it will give. But when we realize that the happiness is very little, then we realize, that effort is not worth. So that is why it is told that when you have craving, you have Upādāna. No craving, no Upādāna. So in Dhammapada, the Buddha explained very a gatha like Tanhaya Jayati Soko, Tanhaya Jayati Baya, Tanhaya Vipamuttasa, Nati Soko Kuto Baya. No? So if there is the craving gives springs from suffering, and then suffering springs from craving, and then also the fear springs from craving. So if there is no craving, if there is no fear, then there is no suffering. So that's why the Buddha also explained the way to eradication of this so-called Tanha, because no Tanha, there is no Upādāna. And in the same way, no Upādāna, no Kama, and no Kama means no Jati. So it is another topic which will be explained maybe by some monks some other day. So, but for today, it is Tanhaya Jayati, Kama, Tanha Pachaya Upādāna. So the Buddha explained the way to the eradication of this craving also. So the way to eradication of this craving is the Four Noble Truth, understanding the third Noble Truth, that is the Nibbana. So Nibbana is the complete eradication of the Tanha. So once people, but to attain Nibbana, there is a way that is called the Eight Noble Path. So when a person practice this Eight Noble Path, then he will eventually attain Nibbana. So what are these Eight Noble Path? All people already know it. The Samma Ditti, Samma Vacha, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vacha, Samma Kamanta, Samma Ajiva, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, and Samma Samadhi. So, but to develop these things, one also needs to practice Shila, the morality, and to get rid of craving, one need to lessen the Lobha. Then how will one lessen the Lobha? It is done by generosity. So when one person gives dana to people, to monks, to anyone, but to lessen your greed without donating, without expectation, donating without expecting anything, so that is the real dana. So when you give dana, eventually your craving, your Lobha will be lessened. So when your Lobha is lessened, then you will have less craving for something. So in this way, also when you have to practice other shilas like not killing, because we kill because we want to have some pleasure, or by doing all sort of bad things. So these all are not good. So that's why practicing Sila is a foundation for developing this Eight Noble Path. So without the Sila, no one can reach up to the Noble Eightfold Path. And if he doesn't reach up to the Noble Eightfold Path, then he will not attain Nibbana. And when he don't attain Nibbana, he will be going again and again in his life, and he will bear all sorts of consequences until he attain Nibbana. So that's why the Buddha said, practicing in the noble path, that is the Majjhima Patipada, the Eight Noble Path, is very important to get rid of this suffering and so-called craving. So I would encourage the monks, the people here, to lessen the greed, craving, and walk on the path of this Eight Noble Path, and practice Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. And eventually one day, when we keep on practicing this, we accumulate lots of merit, and because of that merit, we are able to fulfill the paramis. And then when we fulfill the paramis, eventually one day, in some other, maybe if we are very diligent, if we put effort in this life, we will surely attain the enlightenment. So, but if it is not possible in this life, at least we can accumulate lots of merit, which will make us to attain enlightenment in some other life. So that's why I encourage all Upasaka, Upasika, and everyone to practice Sila, Samadhi, Panya, and one day he will lessen the craving and then attain Nibbana. So with this small talk, I would like to conclude here. So with this merits, I share this merit with all, and may you all be happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.